Maps. Flowchart. The flow of goods or people can be shown by lines with or without arrows. Arrow point the direction to which the movement takes place. The thickness of the line is determined by the volume or quantity of flow. It is also called as dynamic map. Generally, these charts are prepared to represent two types of data. A. The number of frequency of vehicles as per direction of their movement. B. The number of passengers or the quantity of goods transported. The requirement for the preparation of flow map are route map, data pertaining to the flow. All the graphs discussed above can be plotted on plain or graph papers as well as on maps. Thematic maps. The use of graphs and diagrams at times fail to produce a regional perspective. Hence, variety of maps may also be drawn to understand the patterns of the regional distributions or the characteristics of variations over space. These maps are also known as the distribution maps. Thematic map is one which specializes in portraying a specific information without caring for the other, often more important but irrelevant to basic theme information. The purpose of such map is to meet the requirements of the specialists who deal with the particular type of information portrayed in the map. Most thematic maps are drawn on much smaller scales than topographic maps. Thematic mapping is essentially a function of small scale cartography. Sometimes thematic maps are called statistical maps. There are two types of thematic maps: simple representing a single feature, complex which represent combinations, correlation, association, variation or interconnections between several aspects of the same phenomena or between two or more phenomena. Soil map giving the distribution of various types of soils in a given area is simple. A map showing the correlation between rainfall and rainfall variability is complex map. Semi-quantitative maps. There are a number of maps which are qualitative and quantitative at the same time. For example, the dot map showing the distribution of population. Each dot represents a quantitative value, but we rarely use it for quantitative interpretation. It gives only a visual picture of distribution. We never try to get the values represented by the dots by multiplying the number of dots by value assigned to each dot. Quantitative maps. The simple thematic maps are of quantitative nature. Among such maps are density maps, which give the frequency of occurrence of a phenomenon by civic divisions, such as taluks, districts or states. The simple way to prepare a distribution map is to color or shade the civil divisions darker or lighter in proportion to the density of distribution. Complex thematic map. When more than one data are portrayed on a single map, to show combination, correlation, etc., we get complex thematic map. Such maps may show, for example, the rural and urban population by circle graphs.